American.
Oh,
Oh.
this guy.
We're in America, man.
Well said.
Be patriotic, he says. We're in America, man. Oh, there's a new quotable.
This is where you spit out some dip.
Bars. We're in America, man. Bars.
And you can spend maybe $1,000, get a truck pull-out motor, and get it, 300 horsepower for a whole lot less than your 1J, 2J, 3J.
This guy saw the video. He saw the video. He gets it.
And you're under $5,000 with the money you've spent already, including your chassis. It's a chassis, even though there's a motor in it, because the motor doesn't work.
Okay, so let's clear this up. Let's clear this up.
Oh, I can't laugh too hard.
Let's clear.
He has more rods knocking than I do, that's for sure.
So let's clear this up with this chassis. Oh, what? We did have this conversation, didn't we?
We did have this conversation on episode 1.
Did we? No. I think I had this conversation. Did we go over this already? In one of the
Dig into it.
In one of the videos? If we did, then I'll check. But the difference between a chassis to me, and a shell is everything but the motor and transmission. Would anybody else agree with that?
Yeah, I guess that's, yeah.
Okay, you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Arlo?
Yes.
Because he got some
You agree with that?
Yeah.
You agree with that I just said?
Well, I mean, he doesn't have interior, so I don't know which classification he's
I got a
in.
chassis.
Okay, well we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
But I mean,
What's your classification of a shell?
no motor.
Okay. No motor, transmission.
No motor, no transmission.
Everything else is there.
No running gears.
No running gears. Okay. Shell of the car. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So I think me and Arlo agreed on that. Chassis time. To me, a chassis is no motor, no transmission, no interior pieces, no front fenders, anything that is physically bolted.
He's really hitting punches on
Yeah.
anything that
I
can,
have all that shit. I took it off.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm not singling you out. There's many other people out there that are selling chassis and own them. Chassis. Chassis. So there's many other people that have chassis out there that are trying to pawn them off as shells. So I'm going to clear this up.
It has to have an interior.
That's 3 people. That's 1, 2, myself, and most of the people that we know.
28 of our 29 viewers.
Exactly. So, if you have a shell is no motor, no transmission, everything else is there. Okay? A chassis, if you have one, has anything that can physically be bolted onto a car, whether it be motor,
He's gone.
interior, is fucking gone. Okay? That is a chassis.
Just the chassis.
So you have just a chassis.
You barely got the frame rail.
And it's a rolling chassis at that.
Well, we're in Florida. There's nobody has frame rails.
That's true. Rolling chassis is you have the wheels on it, suspension. If you have a chassis with no wheels and no suspension, what do you say you have?
A body.
Your body.
Body.
You have metal.
That's scrap metal.
You have fucking scrap metal.
I got a metal that resembles a CRX.
Yeah, you have mixed
Slightly.
metal, okay? Because if you don't have the wheels, you don't have the suspension, you don't have interior, you don't have a motor, no transmission, no dashboard,
Got a steering wheel.
no steering wheel, no seat belts, no headliner.
Do vice grips count as a steering wheel?
I mean,
In some communities, yes.
I'm looking at you, Craigslist.
Yeah, in some community, yes. Your windshield is cracked, and you're trying to tell someone, oh yeah, full coverage in Florida will cover that. That's the only redeeming quality in this entire car. You have scrap metal. Stop trying to sell it on Craigslist and Facebook groups
$500
for $1,000 and tell somebody that all they need to do is put $400 into it and it's going to be a badass car. You know, I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna make this into a separate conversation. Because people need to talk about. We need to talk about this. This needs to be addressed. So many Facebook groups. Are you on any Facebook groups for cars?
Maybe a couple, but they're from New York.
How about you?
I'm on a few.
Like, are they like vintage stuff, or is
A
it
little
like
bit here and there.
so modern stuff?
Yeah, there's a lot of modern stuff.
So you have to see a lot of this stuff that I'm
yeah.
talking about. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's a shell. Now,
Even the vintage stuff. I mean, people say, "Oh, I have a body," but it's sitting on a rotisserie because you just had
you go and spin it around.
$5,000 worth of paint and body work done, but there's no anything else attached to it. I don't care how much money you spent on it. I'm not paying you $5,000 for it.
Not in the slightest. Now, granted, I think that vintage stuff, probably like 280Zs, 240Zs, Datsun 510s. I'm only strictly stating Japanese stuff because that's what I'm well versed in.
Nissan Japanese.
Yeah, so
Even
Camaros,
all the Americans.
that's Mustangs. So all those things, yeah, they command a certain amount of money because of the market and how much older they are. But if you have a 240,
But if it doesn't have
What?
anything attached to it that you can attach anything else onto,
I understand.
it's not worth the money.
But to remember, because like a lot of the American stuff, they have, you can fucking order a J.C. Whitney book and put an entire fucking car together from J.C. Whitney. It's going to cost you an arm and an ass, but you can put your car together.
Of course.
So as long as you have a clean body, I think that you could put a clean car together. But the thing is, to me, is okay. The market.
I'll pay $1,500 for the body though.
Yeah, but the market dictates that I have a clean Datsun 510 with no rust.
Right.
This car, as is, not running, with nothing in it because it's like a Lego, you can put anything inside of it, is $5,000. That's what the market says. That a clean chassis goes for, or clean shell, or whatever the case may be. But I've seen them with fucking they'll go through the entire ad. It's this, that, and the third. It's this year, 4-door, all it was fully loaded when it came out. No AC, no power steering. That was fully loaded back in the day. The only thing you have to worry about is rust in the floorboards. That is not a deal, my friend. That is scrap metal. You have any rust anywhere that you cannot cut and weld. I mean, you can cut and weld the floorboard,
when
yes.
I had my Z,
But why would you want to do that?
You can buy every single part for the Z, including the frame rails, to put one together. But you're still paying about $10,000. So you can buy every piece and weld it in. But when people are trying to sell them for ridiculous amounts of money when half of it's rusting, especially the important bits, it's not worth my money.
Well, it's a rolling shell because you just kick the rest of the rust out and you just
You just drop your feet right through the floorboard and you kind of Flintstone it.
Well, you will never lock your keys in your car though. You can always get in.
Exactly.
Just get in there.
Just go ahead and get right
Just
in.
get in there, buddy. So, yeah, that I think that's one of the things that needs to stop in the car community, people.
Now, a lot of people just think what they have is worth gold when
It's worth gold to you.
Like, say you're 240. There's a lot of people that are taking them and making them into drift cars and whatever else nowadays, and some of them, especially a clean one, is worth a lot of money. But your drift car is 240 that you just ran into the wall 13 times is not worth $5,000
at all. Not in the slightest.
And I have seen cars that they say are claimed to be $5,000 when there's not even enough parts in it. With brand new, good parts to make it $5,000.
Yeah, and then some people they'll take their car, like Arlo was saying, smash it into the wall 15 times, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take the motor out, and you can buy the shell for $4,000."
Yeah.
What? Who's gonna do that?
But it has this suspension
Why?
in it, and that suspension in it,
Right.
and extra chassis stiffening, and
Exactly.
whatever else you want to put in there.
When in reality, all they're gonna do is just gonna go buy another chassis for like $2,000, $1,500 to $2,000, because that's how much they cost now. $1,500 to $2,000, and swap whatever bits they can, and leave you with their headache.
That's how it works.
And it still doesn't come with an interior
Exactly.
because race car.
Exactly.
don't need that. You don't need interior.
If you find a clean car, and you're supposed to be an enthusiast, if you find a clean car, leave it for someone else.
Well, if you take the interior
It's
out,
not for
keep
you.
the interior.
Yeah, or you take the interior out. Okay, you want to make your shit. You want to make your car a shit box. It's for you. You want to worry about everything. Go for it. But just don't throw the interior away. Leave it for someone who's gonna use it or sell it. I saw so many cars when I was looking for this last 240. Just perusing Craigslist, because that's all I do really. I window shop on Craigslist. That's what it's good for.
At work. At work. I'm sorry. What?
I'm going to edit that because snitches get stitches. So, anyways, so window shopping through Craigslist. There's so many cars that are on there. When I was looking for 240s that have no interior whatsoever, and I don't even think that I see
Some of
that.
them don't even have dashboards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what he said, exactly that. And then so they take the dashboard out because usually 9 times out of 10 is cracked. But they'll take the dashboard out. They'll take the entire everything, sound deadening, everything. They'll put a roll cage in there, and it's a stock motor, welded differential, $4,500.
Welded on quarter panels, welded on.
Yeah,
it
like-
just looks like shit. And
That Harbor Freight welder is only $99 this week.
Be a week with a 20% off coupon.
We can make a race car today.
I seen a 240 exactly like that, welded on everything from quarter panels, and it looked like trash. And a kid wanted like $800. I mean,
Dog
and there was
shit.
nothing, no firewall.
No
It had
firewall.
No firewall. It had no firewall. Everything was chopped up. Had no firewall, no fenders. He welded these bars for the, I guess, reinforcement or whatever.
Oh, for the front, like Mad Max.
Yeah. Like he's gonna do some Mad Max
He's
shit.
gonna go run over some zombies.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm trying, because that's what I do anytime I look at something that I'm gonna pick up. I'm like, I look at the positive. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this to it, so I'm not really worried about that too much. I'm trying to. There was nothing that I could say that make myself buy it.
He couldn't convince himself to buy a car that he wanted. That's all you have to say.
That's it. Like and there was no dash, no steering wheel. Nick knows.
Oh shit.
I took him with me, and it was just the mechanic Nick. I took him with me, and we were just trying. We were like, I wouldn't pay $200 for this because it's sit and it's mixed metal. I couldn't get $200 for it at the scrapyard.
If you decided to abandon ship, you still gonna get $200 for it.
I mean, the best man in the world, Fire, he would be like, "What are you doing, Anthony?
What are you doing with this? What are you doing with this?
I can't do nothing with
I
this.
can't help you. I can't help you with this.
Take this off. Take this out of my face.
This I can't help you with. I can't help you. I can help you with a lot of stuff.
Give my H22 back.
I can help you with a lot of shit, but this ain't one of them. I can't help you with
This
this.
is a lot of shit.
A lot of shit I can help you with.
This shit, but I can't help
But I can't help you with this.
No, not today.
So yeah, I think that's just something that we had to
we need to stop.
touch on real quick.
We need to stop that.
But y'all need to do better out there.
Yeah, we got as a community we have to do better. As a people, as a human race, we need to do better than that.
So you're trying to sell your junk to other people.
Animals wouldn't buy our shit. I'm looking at it like, come on, I can't do nothing with this.
Mr. Squirrel, you want this shit? You want this chassis?
Mr. Owl.
What the fuck I'm gonna do with this? Can't even put my kids in here. I can still get rained on. You have no glass
This is
anywhere.
ridiculous.
We have to fix it before it's even just so you can actually do something. Start working on it. There's not really.
There you go. I think
If I have to fix your problems before I can do what I want to do, it's not worth it.
That's 100. That's the best I've heard. That's
the best way to put it.
right there. If I have to fix all your problems before I get to my problems,
If I start creating my own, I don't know if I want to fuck with this shit.
I've officially equaled 100 problems that Jay-Z didn't even hit.
Yeah, 99.
Yeah, I got 100 problems now.
I don't want to fuck with 100 problems.
Nah, nobody wants to.
No. Not today. Yeah, you have to have a solid foundation. And a lot of these cars, people are selling it
There
not.
is no foundation.
There's no foundation. It's very
The rust is the foundation.
It's shaky.
You got to build on the rust.
shaky at best. So that's that.
That needs to be addressed.
So yeah, we're getting off on the exit now, and made it back home safely. So I'll be unloading the transmission. You don't have any Oh, I'll see where I put it. I'll probably put it where the differential is. All right, but battery's getting low, and so we'll update you guys later. Stay tuned.